The camp of suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo is seeking a fair investigation into the issues and controversies thrown against her. This as Guo's associates submitted a letter to the Office of Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin to explain her side amid accusations against her. But it seems the mayor's camp has another issue to answer. Senator Win Gatchalian released documents today on Mayor Guo's true identity. The senator alleges that Mayor Guo is Guo Hua Ping, who entered the Philippines on January 12, 2003, when she was 13 years old, and was born on August 31, 1990. The documents were from the Guo family's application with the Board of Investments for Special Investors Resident Visa and the Bureau of Immigration. Now let's discuss all of this with Guo's legal counsel, Attorney Stephen David. Good evening, Attorney, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Good evening, Aria, Pao, and Son. Good evening.
Attorney, we mentioned earlier this document released by Senator Win Gatchalian. First of all, can you confirm or deny the veracity of this document that surfaced na si Mayor Alice Guo is a certain Guo Hua Ping?
You know, as a lawyer, I cannot comment on documents that I have not scrutinized and studied whether this is authentic or genuine. It's not the process. You have to present this document within the proper court and for us to scrutinize. If this is true, then we can only stipulate that it's true. But right now, we are blindsided as to what kind of this document is this. We only take cognizance of this in the media. So how can we respond to this? But categorically, my client says this has nothing to do with her personality.
Okay, let's talk about the reason why we invited you tonight to begin with.
Yes.
That was, of course, before ni-release ni Senator Win Gatchalian, yung document that Pauline was referring to. There was also a letter that was sent to Malacanang by some of your co-attorneys for Mayor Alice. It was addressed to E.S. Bersamin. She, of course, is making a plea for a fair investigation. What more can you tell us about that? And how do you think this will change the mind of the PAOK against they're already thinking of filing human trafficking charges against her?
Well, basically, the reason why why the Mayor Alice submitted a letter to the office of the PAOK, because we want to be spared from publicity trial. Right now, the PAOK is claiming that they are filing cases with tons of evidence, but then it's better if they just file it and present the evidence in court. Right now, everything's in media, so how can we respond to this? You know, publicity is publicity, and right now, the character of mayor is being assassinated, and we cannot even defend it. That's why we're asking, in the sake of fairness and truth, that at least refrain from doing these things and push with your plan to file it with the court so that we can squarely face the allegations and the evidence adduced with it. It's in the sense of fair play and rule of law, right?
Pero as you said nga, Attorney Stephen, no, hindi pa nga nagpa-file ng kaso. So don't you think it's a little bit preemptive to be writing to the palace?
Yeah, what is being prevented here? It's the publicity. They already claim that they have many incriminating evidence, etc. In the mind of the public, Mayor Alice is being convicted, is being tried already. In fact, she is being convicted already in the eye of the public because of these allegations of documents, etc., incriminating, voluminous, involving trafficking, etc. But right now, we have not even seen these documents. But before the eyes of the public, she's already guilty. That's why we appeal to the sense of fairness of the PAOK to please refrain from doing this. Instead, let's fight it out in the court.
But with all
the
due
documents
respect,
alleged.
Right, but aren't you doing the exact same thing? Because as you said, wala pa nga sa korte, pinag-uusapan na, and then you can fire back. Are you guys considering also filing cases against them? You could file libel cases, slander cases, and so on and so forth. I'm sure you know better than
we will just do it. We will not announce it. We will just surprise them that it's already filed in court. We will not be making this brouhaha announcement, everything, to court the sympathy of the public. No, we will not do that. We'll just file case if
are
we
you
feel our clients' rights violated.
Are you thinking about filing cases against certain personalities who have been, as you said, accusing the Bamban mayor?
You know, it's not within us. We will have to consult the lawyer. As the client, as lawyers, we only assist whether the client is already decided on filing these cases. Because right now, data privacy, the privacy of my client is already attacked and vilified so many times. Confidential informations were already in the media. And this is precisely the reason why we passed the Data Privacy Act to protect the rights, the privacy of every person. But this is no longer applicable to Mayor Alice. In fact, every detail of her life is now being publicized.
Is that
That's what we are asking to be refrained.
But she is a public official. Would you say there should be still limits on ano ba yung hands-off, ano ba yung off-limits, attorney?
Data privacy has no limits. Even public officials are protected by this law. We are all protected by this law.
So, attorney, moving forward, what are the next legal steps from your camp to challenge the suspension for Mayor Alice Guo?
Well, right now, we already filed the motion to lift, but we're still awaiting the resolution of the Honorable Ombudsman. We have not received any resolution from them at the moment.
But you have filed it because the last time we talked to you, you were planning to file.
We filed it already, but we're still waiting for the reaction of the Ombudsman.
Attorney Stephen, how are you looking to handle the PAOK's plan to file serious and non-bailable criminal charges against Mayor Guo, which is expected to happen in the coming days?
Well, that's their right. Anyone can file a case against anyone. But what we are asking is, if you file a case, you file it. Right? Don't make a big thing about it in the media because, you know, our society, before the public, you're already guilty. It's so difficult to defend your client, especially when in the eyes of people, the public, the mass media, you're already guilty because of the massive propaganda launched against her.
Okay, and I suppose the only thing we can ask you then, attorney, is you've already filed an appeal against the Ombudsman. You're still waiting for the response, maybe filing other criminal cases against certain personalities who have been throwing. That's also in the works, and I guess it's an option for Mayor Alice Guo, whether or not she will consider filing libel or slander charges.
Correct. The violation of the Data Privacy Act. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, yung ifa-file nyo is violation of data privacy. But, okay. So what else is happening with Mayor Alice now that I guess she's effectively suspended for the next 6 months or maybe 5.5 months na lang? Ano po ang plano niya? Kamusta po siya? How is she doing?
Well, I don't say she's doing fine, but we're struggling. We're struggling. We're on the defense mode. We're always we evade all these attacks again as much as possible. We want to get out of this scenario, but right now it's so difficult.
Okay.
It's always there, right and left, we're being attacked.
All right. I'll just make one quick clarification. I did write it down earlier today. In case I forget, I made a mental note to ask you, attorney, just to clarify, yung sa Baofu land, no? Yun yung pinag-uusapan kasi sa Senado. Ang sabi is, dati 50% stake ni Mayor Alice sa Baofu land dahil sa kanya yung lupa. Right? And then you guys have said that she has since divested. She also said that in Senate. We're just wondering kung na-present na ba ang mga documents to prove this to the authorities, to the Senate who are requesting it?
You know, the proper forum to present this is before the court. If a case will indeed be filed against her, then that's the time we will be presenting our defense. So right now, whether she's the 50% owner as of date of that Baofu land, that is not an issue because Baofu land is a legitimate corporation. It is created under the Securities and Exchange Commission for legal purpose, for lawful purpose. So I don't see anything wrong about being whether 50%, 100% incorporator of that corporation. remember, the question here is human trafficking and alleged illegal POGO operation. Baofu has nothing to do with that. The main concern and business of Baofu land is leasing. Leasing, as they said, there are about 41 buildings there. And of the 41 buildings, there is only one building with 3 floors intended for POGO. And this is where the alleged illegal operations are being conducted. It has nothing to do with the entire corporation of the Baofu Land Corporation. It's like leasing the whole mall, and then you found a single store doing illegal, and you're not charging the whole mall. That's the parallelism on it.
But wouldn't the issue there be, attorney, no? Because she already said in a public forum din na nabenta na niya yung shares niya, and then doesn't
Yeah,
she
yes.
also have to kind of prove it? I mean, I understand where you're coming from, that it should be in the proper forum, in the courts, but is
Yes.
she willing and ready to prove that she has indeed? Since lumabas na yung issue.
I think we already submitted those documents before the Senate. But as they saying, these are simulated daw. But that's their belief, that's their opinion. That's why it's the court who will really say whether these documents are authentic. According to them, daw, these are simulated documents. So if you're asking me whether we submitted this, we already submitted it before the Senate. But the problem is, they don't buy it. Diba? They just say, well, it's simulated daw. That's why the only authority who will decide with finality whether these documents are authentic is the court.
Okay.
Attorney Stephen, I just wanted to follow up again on that document released by Senator Win Gatchalian. Do you consider this as a propaganda nga against Mayor Alice? Kasi nga you said you were caught by surprise. It surfaced today. And are you categorically denying this document?
You know, personally, I cannot categorically deny nor confirm because I haven't even scrutinized the authenticity and genuineness of these documents. As I was saying, this will be done in the proper court. But as far as my client, Mayor Alice, is concerned, she is categorically denying it, that this has nothing to do with her.
All right. Thank you very much, Attorney Stephen David. We'll have to leave it at that. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. Bamban Mayor Alice Guo's legal counsel, Attorney Stephen David.